Hey guys, and welcome back to the Saw Shop. Okay, so what we have here is the next part 2 to the series of the 381 380 build. Okay, as you can see, I'm kind of set up to do the timing. We have completed the pt2 side. It went fairly well. The only thing that kind of gave me hiccups, I'm just not used to this type of oil pump, and so actually kind of like the process and how that one works, so kind of digging it. Everything went together pretty good, so let's go ahead and cut to that now. Yes, sir. Gives us a little bit of tension where it won't come off on us. Yes, sir. Okay, chain brake time. So here we are. Let's see. Throw this little, put your spring in right here. One thing I can't figure out what it is this right here. I cannot figure out. First I thought, well, it was an extra stud for the chain brake, but it's not. I just don't know what it is. I probably won't figure it out until it's too late. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy. So we're gonna throw over here in the extra piles. I mean, it's not a real project unless you've got extra parts, right? I'm just kidding. You guys should not have extra parts. Let's see. This should go on. Yeah. It's a lot like the 029. See. All I did with this here is I hooked this to the C-clip on the backside right here. Hooked it in like this. You know, it's gonna come over here and push off into here. Let's see. It's like rubbing your tummy and patting your head, guys. I think there's a, let's see. I'm not sure if that washer, I think that washer goes down here, because that would be the same height. Let's just try that. And let's see. Let's get us some needle nose. Now I'm left-handed, so I probably got you guys on the wrong side of me. I'll try to remember that next time I set up. Didn't think about it till just this moment. So just fighting me. Kind of got to pat your head, rub your tummy. Now this is the kind of stuff that I like my little watch hammer for. See, it has a brass end on one side and a plastic end on the other. Well, that is kind of, won't hurt nothing. Yes, sir. As long as I put it back in the deal over there and don't have it in my way. Yep, that seems to be right. So I'm pretty sure that washer went in right here behind this pivot point. About the only place I could see for it. I mean, it could go on top, but it'd be the same. It'd only push that down further, so I don't think so. Looks like it goes on the bottom. There we go. Let's see, what's next? What's next, guys? Somebody's out there going, put the nylon thingamajigger on. That's what I'm gonna call this. It's some kind of washer. Pretty sure they're made of nylon or plastic. I think the OEM ones are made of nylon. Yes, sir. Pretty sure that's it right there. Yep, pretty sure that's it right there. Yep. And then we're going to need a spring right here. And I don't know if I can do this left-handed or not, but I've got a pretty cool little trick for this. Put your needle nose in the side of it and set your spring like that. And that should be it, guys, right there. Wait. No, we got to put these little C-clamps in there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I really like these kit saws. Yeah, you guys need to be on my other side. You guys are looking over the wrong shoulder. Now, see that's why I have a whole. Now, of course, I don't know if it would be this size. Pretty sure it would be. I've got a whole kit of these little clips, but I don't know if I have this size or not. It's easy to lose them. I hate these things. Let's see. Trying to do it where you guys can see it, but I guess you guys have seen a C-clamp put in. Go. Got one more to put in. I might have to take that spring off. Probably not. Probably bring it from this side. See? Okay. Got something on it. You gotta see me pinch my finger. I got my finger pinched in the ladder about 3 days ago. You know you're not getting anything done until you pinch yourself, cut yourself, something. Always good to have some of these on backup. Pretty sure this will fit right here. Now you guys know why I buy them. Because I break them. There you go. See, that one went in. is seeing what I did to the last one. Okay, so now we got chain brake assembly on. Don't test it because you'll never get it back. This is a fact. Okay, so here we go. We got the chain brake in, and we are going to install the drum assembly and all that. Okay, so we already have the bearing in. A little bit of now, I had a guy tell me from the local saw shop, old timer, not to use grease on these things. Okay, to use regular 2-stroke oil. And the reason behind that is, for one thing, don't spend all that much, just while idling, of course. But he said that the grease will actually gum it up and wear out the bearing. So that's what I do. You guys research for yourself what you want to do. Okay, so I'll tell you what messed with me for a second. Okay, what we have here, this oil pump, it'll be counterclockwise and pull this thing out. Because what I was having, it has this hole in it to be able to get to that bolt. Okay, I don't know why, because this comes out. So it was throwing me off. You could get to one bolt, but you couldn't get to this bolt at all. Over here, well, one right here. I ain't gonna lie, it messed with me for a second. So, but I got it figured out. What's cool about this Neotec kit is that it comes with this little sticky stuff on the back side here. Okay. I'm hoping that was by design. It ain't just somebody's lunch from the factory. But all kidding aside, it holds the gasket in place. Okay. This little piece right here is a piece of foam rubber that comes in the kit. It doesn't come on that. Kind of put it around that. I don't know if it keeps chips and stuff from getting in that spring or what it is. But there you have it. If you wanted to adjust it all the way up right now, you could. Blah blah blah. I wait until it's in the saw, see what I need. If it's a milling saw, I just adjust it all the way up right away. And there's a reason for that, because I'm gonna put extra oil on it anyway. So might as well go ahead and turn it all the way up anyway. So that's what I do. You guys do what you want to do. It's your saw. Okay, so some thread lock. These didn't come pre-treated. Well, there's different kinds of thread lock. I'm just going to go ahead and use this because it's what I have on hand. Y'all seen the comparison video the other day I did? I didn't tighten down my 372's muffler bracket bolts. Figured it out. Figured it out during a video. Yes, sir. That's how life be sometimes, you know what I mean? I like to let mine set up just, I don't like it to sit that way. I like mine to set up for just a second. Catch a little bit of air. I'm sure you guys can, I said I'd put you guys over my other shoulder, huh? We'll probably pause it in a second and do that. I'm trying to put as little on. I'm cheap, guys, because it doesn't take a whole lot anyway, and no reason to waste it. Hope you guys can see this. And you should be able to, if you're watching the video and there's something you can't see, you should be able to expand the screen if you're watching on a phone, and be able to focus up on it closer. So hopefully that works out. If you can't, let me know in the comments, and we'll see what we can do in the future to try to change that. It might just be your device, or it might be the way I uploaded. Okay, so there's 3 bolts. Should be pretty much in line. Yes, sir. What? Well, it doesn't matter. I have the stuff on here. Okay. And then we'll have to put our clutch drum on before we can put the gear on to the oil pump. And what this does is just seals it down to the unit. So you want to make sure you get a pretty good tighten on this. Some people will use a impact. I'm not saying they're wrong. At this point, I just don't, because I don't trust myself. Them guys that have used them impacts for long periods of time on their saws, doing this forever, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. They've done it. They know it. It's their saw anyway. I don't know why people judge. But I don't at this point. Maybe one day. I do sometimes during disassembly when I'm unassembling, you know, tearing something down on some things. Some things will almost require, not require an impact, but like I tightened this, the clutch a little bit down with an impact just to give it some snug, and then I'll remember to lock my chain brake when I start it the first time, and that'll give it all it needs. I'm just going around this little by little, tightening it down. I've broke bolts, so I'm not going to give it too much, guys. I've got a history. Okay. Love these Neotec T-wrenches. Yes, sir. Got about 30 of them. Okay, so got the oil pump installed. Now we're going to go for the clutch. Now, I'm pretty sure. Oh, so before this clutch, guys, goes on, I spun it on there. You guys will see it in another video. I did a clip of it. I'll put a clip in here somewhere of it, probably in this somewhere. But yeah, you guys see the washer go in then if I put a clip in. So kind of a different way I'm filming nowadays. Is to help you guys out and get you guys more step-by-step what's going on. Some of it might be more quiet while I'm trying to figure it out maybe, and then some of it might be me blabbing like I am currently. So some of y'all might appreciate the quietness, huh? You have to leave this spring off, which probably a lot of you guys know this already, especially if you're a follower. A lot of you guys are very talented, or a follower of the channel, or a subscriber. And a lot of you guys are really talented with these saws. So anyway, let's get back to it. So if you don't leave this off until you get this oil pump on, as you thread this down in and it gets close to it, it needs this to turn to get all the way down into it. Once I put this on, of course, the chain brake is engaged, right? Okay. So once we get it, now we can unlock it and be good. But for right now, it kind of goes together locked. So, but that little pin, I can't get it back out because that chain brake is tight right now. That little pin, I was wondering what it was. It goes right here, and this plate goes right on top of it, and I'll show you guys that in a second. So that's all I did, is took this side off where I could get the drum down in there. I had to cuss it a little bit, you know. You usually have to say sweet nothings to it. Oh wait, that won't. My little trick won't work there. Let's see. Stihl makes a tool, I guess. I seen another video with this. Makes a tool for this. There's not a lot of information out there on these 380s, guys. There's just not. So I'm hoping this video will get to help somebody out there. It's basically what the tool looks like, is the screwdriver, but with a round deal. But that looks like that got it good. And to my knowledge, that's all we have to do with this right now. Yes, sir? Okay. Like, we can go ahead. Okay, so the next part that goes on would be this, the plate. And see, this plate fits right down over that stud, and that stud holds that oh, what is it called? That chain brake loop into the case. I'm sure glad I found it. And not treat these right now, but we will come back and treat these with some Loctite. The reason I don't want to treat them now is just in case this needs to come back apart for some reason, in case we miss something. But this will be something that we'll come back and put some Loctite on to make sure we don't end up with it vibrating loose. Hey guys. Okay, where's my... Yep, kit's going together really good. Hopefully you guys will be seeing this on Friday morning. Let's see, today is, yeah, should be Friday morning. I'll start uploading some of these videos. And then by the time you see this, I will have already completed it. Probably might be almost completely done. Just taking my time. The truth of it is, let me figure. You should be able to, from start to finish, like the next one of these I'll do, put it together in about an hour and a half. The whole thing from there's just not a lot to it. But, you know, they're really on a few parts, like that oil pump that was messing with me. And let's see, you know, there's a few things that had me like, what the heck? Like, I'm used to the internal underneath the clutch drum, or the clutch kind of oil pumps. So that was kind of new. I looked at that for a second, like, what? And then things like that. And like I said, I'll have you guys looking from the other angle on the next part of the series. So, okay? Because I am left-handed, and I know I block you guys every time. But I hope this angle from above me is helping some of you guys, because it doesn't really help to do a video if you guys can't see. And you're closer to my face. You're probably, like, from right here, I'm only like 8 inches from the microphone. So hopefully you guys can hear me better. One of the gentlemen asked me if I'd please get a microphone. I'm working on it. My air compressor, will go ahead and let it run. Let's see. Let's go ahead and... My buddy has my clip. This will work. Okay. That was handy. Where there's a will, there's a way. And we'll just push it down little by little until it snaps into that groove. I know you guys can't see. I'm sorry. But you guys have to admit that's a better angle than what it was over there on the side of the from my far side. Okay. You know what's funny? My wife says, "Doesn't it feel funny talking to the camera?" I said, "Not really, because I know them guys they're listening, and kind of gotten used to it, guys, talking to a camera. So yeah, see, you got pop in. There she goes. Yes, sir. Yep. And like I said, as soon as I release the chain brake, that'll release too. So now I have a lot better luck with these. I was sure glad to know that I had extras. Let me see, before we put that on, let's see if we have an extra one of these guys. In case we break them in the future. A lot of these are pretty close to the same size. And so this is just a kit from Harbor Freight. Of course, huh? I think I said that earlier. I think there's pretty much standard sizes. So there's probably a replacement in here. Looks pretty close, but still, the replacement one would be a little, this one's a little bit smaller, so no, that probably would not work. We're gonna pinch, I think that one would. But we're gonna use this one. Yeah, got a bunch of them, so yeah, those will work. But we're gonna use this one. It's fairly little hiccups. I had a C-clamp E-clip brother break on me, and I had one for backup, so it went really good. Pretty sure one of these could go together in a couple hours once you know where all the parts for sure go to. We're going to do one of these live on a weekend, so looking forward to that, guys. And I've got several builds coming up, so stay tuned. And so just kind of wanted to give you guys a sneak peek. I know a lot of you guys out there asking about the timing of this machine. Stay tuned for all that. We're going to actually do a whole video on timing this one. I can tell you this, spoiler alert, you have to run a base gasket. If not, you're going to have to do some machine work. So that's good, though. That makes for a real tight squish pan. Means heavy compression. And I mean, people buy pop-ups to be able to achieve that. So pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. So we'll see exactly how that works out. I can tell you that you're going to have to run a base gasket. So, or like I said, do some machine work or make other plans there. So many of you guys are set up to do that. We're not currently set up. I have a friend down the road that does do machine work, and we've been talking to do back and forth about doing some stuff. Kind of turns out lately I've kind of developed some carpal tunnel, so grinding on these machines for too long messes with me pretty bad. So we're gonna see how much I do of it, but enjoy the crap out of it. And plus, we've got some medical things going on where we're gonna get it fixed. So we'll see how that works out. But it isn't gonna stop me. I mainly at this point, guys, I'm interested in the timing for the purposes of exhaust side, for widening the exhaust. Of course, we already have you don't really need a timing for that, but I want to know how much I can raise my exhaust and get away with it and still have a good running machine. And so I'm primarily concerned about that because I build milling saws and I want to get the heat out. So in milling saws, you don't really do port work in a milling saw, except for, again, I want to know the timing of the exhaust before I can. I'm going to widen it, and then I'm going to, if I can get away with it, I'm going to raise it a little bit. And then I'm gonna clean up the intake side. We'll see. So I'll give you guys all the numbers. Don't beat me up over it. I'll give you all the numbers. You're gonna get to see it during a video. They're better than OEM. I can tell you that. Much better than OEM. A lot of these cylinders are casted after a ported saw. Okay. So with having said that. That's not always the case, but I'm just saying a lot of these aftermarket cylinders, as far as the performance, is much better. Now the quality, that's yet to be determined sometimes, you know. I can tell you in this cylinder, we'll go more in depth into that video, it is plated all the way to the top. So if a person didn't want to run a base gasket and had the capabilities without doing some shiny stuff, to go higher up into the cylinder, you know, to machine higher into the cylinder, and this would be a pretty good cylinder for that, as far as the plating going all the way to the top. So a lot of times, so the concern would be if your plating didn't go all the way to the top and you milled some out of the top, the piston's going to get extra wear there because of no plating. So many of you guys already know that, but hey guys, as always, I appreciate you stopping by, and stay safe.